Okay, so here's a brief practice for you to do, and we'll do the whole practice from start to finish. First, starting with the circles of the joints. We start with the feet and we circle one foot in one direction and then in the other direction. Remember to take some deep breaths while you do this. Switch feet, do the other side, a few circles in one direction, and then in the opposite direction. Come back to center, feet pointed straight ahead, hands come down to the knees. You can just bend and straighten the knees, or you can circle a few times in one direction and a few times in the opposite direction. Rising up, hands to the hips, hips circle in one direction a few times, and change direction. Coming back to center, feet come a little bit wider apart, soft bouncy knees, soft hips. Swing the arms and twist side to side. Come back to center, feet right underneath the hips, arms open wide. We're going to internally rotate one arm. That means thumb points down, shoulder rolls in. And then we switch. So one arm is externally rotated, one arm is internally rotated, and we just do this a few times along with a deep breath. Come back to center, palms face up, bend the elbows, hands and forearms come as close together as possible and loosely interlace your fingers. With your dominant hand leading, make a figure 8 with your hands. Your dominant hand is driving that movement. Back to center, unthread the fingers, rethread with the opposite thumb in front. Now the non-dominant hand drives that figure 8. Back to center, arms to your sides. A few great big shoulder rolls in one direction. And then change direction. Shoulders rise up to the ears with an inhale. Exhale, roll them back and down. Stand really well, feet rooting down, crown of the head lifting. Awareness to the tip of your nose. Imagine you have a paintbrush there. Make a circle with your nose in front of you. Might be a small circle, it might be a large circle. Keep the jaw nice and relaxed. Circle the other way. Deep breath. Head comes back to center. Inhale, sweep both arms up and overhead. And then exhale, lower one arm down, other arm reaches up and over. Deep breath here. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale to the other side. Deep breath here. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, float the arms down. Pause here, notice how you feel. We're gonna step the feet a little bit wider apart, just a comfortable distance apart. One leg is gonna turn out so those toes point toward the side. And this is the knee that you're gonna bend. When you bend that knee, you wanna make sure the knee doesn't really go past your ankle. If you wanna have a wider stance, you can just bring that back foot back a little bit more. With this front knee bent, we're gonna inhale and sweep the arms up and overhead. Let the elbows bend so you can bring the fingertips to touch overhead. And then with your exhale, you're gonna straighten that front knee, sweep the arms down, fingertips touch below. Inhale, sweep up, bend the front knee, fingertips touch overhead. Exhale, straighten the knee, sweep the arms down, fingertips touch. Move with your breath. Inhale, sweep up, fingertips touch, knee bends. Exhale, straighten and sweep down, fingertips touch. Let's do it again. One more time. We're going to change sides now. So this foot turns in, other foot turns out. Bend that front knee, make sure that it's just right over the ankle so the shin is perpendicular to the floor. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead, fingertips touch. Exhale, straighten the knee, sweep the arms down, fingertips touch. Inhale, bend the knee, sweep the arms up, fingertips touch. Exhale, straighten and sweep down, fingertips touch. Let's do that a few more times, moving with your breath. Always exhaling as you straighten and sweep down. Always inhaling as you bend and sweep up. One more time. This time come back to center, feet right underneath you. Just pause here for a moment. Notice how you feel. We're going to do a really important exercise. Next two exercises, very important. One is for balance, to help really get your mind and your body together in the present moment. So we're going to shift our weight to one foot. The other foot is going to come in. You can either have your toes to the floor and rest your heel kind of at your ankle, or you can even practice lifting this foot up in some capacity. Now your hands are going to do, they could do any number of things. You could keep fingertips together. You could have palms together. You could open your arms wide. I think this is a nice position, so this is what I'm going to do right now in this moment. And this is our tree pose. So you want to really feel like your lower body is rooting down into the earth while the trunk of your tree, your trunk, is lifting up and out through the crown of the head. Arms can be open like branches. Take some deep breaths. Again, you can experiment with lifting that lower leg. Let's lower down, and we'll change sides. Bringing the other foot in, you can be on the toes, or again, at any time you can lift up, but you can also set that foot down. Find your hand and arm position for this side. I'm going to bend my elbows this time. Again, you can experiment with what feels best for your arms. Try to keep the shoulders soft and away from the ears. Breathe and even invite in a smile, just connecting your mind and your body in the moment and inviting in that energy of a smile, even if you don't feel like you want to in this moment. Let's come back down. One final exercise, and that is an opening and a closing to really help us see the contracting and expanding of every moment of our human lives. There's a favorite quote that I have by the 13th century Sufi poet Rumi, and the quote goes like this: "Your hand opens and closes, opens and closes. If it were always a fist or always stretched open, you would be paralyzed. Your deepest presence is in every small contracting and expanding. The two is beautifully balanced and coordinated as bird wings." So that contracting and expanding, that's the nature of the universe, it's the nature of our lives, it's the nature of our bodies. So we're going to embody that by doing a little contracting. You're going to wrap your arms around yourself, even give yourself a little gentle squeeze. This is going to be an exhale. And then as you inhale, you're gonna open arms wide, open the chest, even look up. And then exhale, contract again. Wrap your arms around yourself. Inhale, open, stretch. Exhale, contract. Wrap your arms around yourself. Give yourself a little squeeze. And then one more time, we're gonna open wide. And here, take a few breaths. Stay in that open position. Deep breaths. And then let the arms float down. When you're finished with this practice, it might be a good thing for you to sit and do some deep breathing, or even to lie down and rest or listen to a body scan. I hope this helps your body feel good and helps connect your body and mind in the present moment.